welcome to our deadly episode. Today we talk about poisoners and poisoning others. As you all know, humanity constantly creates and invents new poisons. Socrates, poor guy, was finished off by a hemlock. Borges loved finely sounding poison, cantarell. Cyanide, arsenic and similar products were in fashion. I personally would add to this list an ordinary, soaked in oil, pork chop. I would also add to this list a completely burned pork chop. Today I'll tell you about two harmful to your body frying methods. The first one still unfortunately used not only by our grandmas but also many people who cannot fry properly. The second one, so-called grandson's method. Our grandmothers used a lot of oil for frying. They said that chap must eat properly. They used a huge amount of oil to fry meat for their husbands and sons, who every morning went to work in factories, ironworks and farms. Our grannies assumed if they drown the meat in oil, their chaps will have plenty of energy for a whole hard-working day. The worst is that many people, from unknown reasons, still fry using huge amounts of oil, assuming that the main meal of the day should be a greasy one. These days, people are going crazy about healthy lifestyle and healthy frying. Oil has become their main enemy. In this kind of frying, which I call grandson's frying, the approach has completely changed compared to what our grannies suggested. Nowadays, grandson assumes that to fry a piece of meat, you need this much oil. I don't know who invented frying without oil, but he certainly was a crazy person who never had anything to do with the real cooking and frying. The both methods we presented here are a crime against food, your health and your family's health. I will show you why Granny's method is deadly, but I will not show, for several reasons, crazy way of oil-free frying. If I would have fried meat on a pan without oil, it would end up causing several catastrophes. I would have burned my new frying pan, smoke would fill the whole studio and poison my accompanying crew. In a few moments, fire brigade would arrive and I, instead of being in front of the camera, would be in a prosecutor's office where he would question me regarding arson and attempted murder. Therefore, I will never present crazy method of frying using a drop of oil. The granny's method is far more picturesque as it can be demonstrated. Nevertheless, it is terrifying because it produces meat which I wouldn't let my worst enemy eat. So let's do it. A second ago, I poured a glass of oil into the pan. Now I present you the most terrifying frying method. I place a pork chop on a cold pan containing oil. It is better to say that I drown it in it. Only now, using the Madman method, I switch on the cooker. This is what the deep frying method is about. Many people use it these days. Cold pan, cold oil, and then add meat. At the moment our meat is drowning in oil. It's not frying as the oil is still lukewarm. The meat is not cooked throughout, so we still have to warm it up for some time. The meat is absorbing and sucking in so much oil that using this one pork chop would poison a whole family. The chop will absorb during bad frying process as much oil as few people would use in few days of normal cooking. We are watching our meat for about 7 minutes now and it's still not ready. We need to wait another minute or two. This is exactly what the old frying method looks like. Several minutes of frying, drowning the meat in oil, only to kill all the good nutrients, proteins, vitamins, flavors and aroma. This pork chop should end up on the World Health Organization's list of poisons. I will risk my life. I must say that the meat is nearly not edible. I can only taste the flavour of fried oil. This chop does not taste like meat. I should really throw it away.